Development of artificial intelligence is AI have big changes for education. So one of the most popular AI in today's is ChatGPT. So yeah, ChatGPT widely used in various purposes in education such as reading, writing, and also for translation tasks. However, one of the most challenges skill for young student is speaking, and because of many students have feel nervous and lack of confidence when they try to speaking in class, and because of this, ChatGPT voice. Because of this, AI-based tools like ChatGPT Voice can be best alternative. So ChatGPT Voice can allow students to practice their English in anytime, anywhere, and in comfortable environment. So in recent months, students at Tadulako University, including my friends, start use ChatGPT Voice for practicing their English. Even though this trend is growing, very little research focusing on how students perceive about using ChatGPT Voice. So this research aims to understand how student perception toward ChatGPT Voice as an English speaking practice tool. So for problem statement, as I said before, speaking remains one of the most challenging skills for every student, and also traditional classroom methods cannot provide enough time and opportunities for students to practice their personal speaking practice, and also there is lack of study and research because many study before just focus on ChatGPT in general, like in writing and reading, and so this study seeks to fill that gap by exploring Tadulako University student perception at Tadulako University toward the use of ChatGPT Voice to practicing speaking English. And there is two research questions in this study. First is, what are Tadulako University student perception of using ChatGPT Voice for English speaking practice? And the second, what benefits and challenges do students perceive in using ChatGPT Voice to practice speaking? Based on the research question, there are also two objectives of the study. The first is to explore Tadulako University student perception of using ChatGPT Voice for English speaking practice, and the second is to identify the benefits and challenges that students perceive in using ChatGPT Voice to practice speaking. And the significance of the study for theoretical is to enrich literature on artificial intelligence in use English learning, especially ChatGPT Voice, and to provide insight on how AI tools support speaking skill development in EFL context. And for practical significance is help lecturers and curriculum design more effective speaking activities and encourages students to use artificial intelligence tools to develop speaking skill. And for the scope of the study, this study is focuses on undergraduate students of the English Education Department at Tadulako University and who already use ChatGPT Voice for their speaking practice. And the research does not aims to measure how effective ChatGPT Voice in statistically or numeric data, but rather than to understand student perception by exploring their personal experience about using the tool. So the definition of key terms. First is perception. So perception in this study refers to student thought, feeling, and experiences toward using ChatGPT Voice for their English speaking practice. And ChatGPT Voice in this research refers to AI feature developed by OpenAI that can allow users to communicate in real-time spoken conversation. And speaking practice in this study is refers to activities where students try to improve their oral communication skills. Chapter 3.
Yes.
Yeah, skip it. Chapter 3. Skip it.
Okay, for chapter 3. For
Sampai malam kita. Oh, chapter 2. Skip it. Okay, go. Sorry about that.
So for the design, the study is use qualitative descriptive design. This approach is suitable for the present study because it focuses on exploring student perception by their personal experience instead of relying on the numerical data. So for location and time, so the location in the study will be held at Tadulako University in the autumn semester of 2025 and 2026 academic year. And the instrument is semi-structured interview, and the data collection is interview with 3 to 5 selected participants who already use ChatGPT Voice for their speaking practice. And for the data analysis, so the data in this study will be analyzed using the narrative inquiry analysis as proposed by Splandin and Connolly 200. This method is suitable again because this study aims to explore student perception by their personal experience. And the analysis process will begin with the data familiarization, where the researcher repeatedly reading the interviews transcript and listen to the recordings to gain a deep understanding of each participant. And next, the researcher will construct individual narrative by organizing the participant experiences. And the next, the researcher will be identify some key elements such as the overall perception, challenges, and also the benefits. And then the elements will be interpreted to reveal the underlying meanings and insight within each participant's story. And finally, the researcher will reconstruct and present the narrative in restorying in a meaningful way. And the result will then be interpreted into relation to Irwanto's 1994 concept of perception. So I think that's all for me. Thank you, and I give it back to the moderator.
Okay, well, thank you, Ismi, for your insightful presentation. Now I'm going to open the floor for the question to all the participants in here. If you have any question, please raise your hand and say your name.
You are not colluding, aren't you? Tidak bersekongkol kan? Collusion, kolusi, colluding. Okay.
No question.
She's got one.
You?
Oh.
No. Okay, well, as always, there is no question from the participants. We move to the next stage now. Now I would like to invite Sir Mokhtar to provide some feedback. Sir,
Well,
that is yours.
thank you very much. This is seminar. So in seminar, either research proposal seminar or research findings, all the reviewers are supposed to provide feedbacks, recommendations, corrections, suggestions, and we can raise some questions. Later on in the descriptive examination, we are all supposed to raise as many questions as needed. Okay, anyway. First of all, I would say the topic of your research study is very fascinating, interesting, up to date, since it has novelty content, yeah? Applicable to the modern era, where artificial intelligence, or AI stands for artificial intelligence, is used by a lot of people, not only in economy or in the government, but also especially in education. Exploring exploring Tadulako University students. But nowadays, saya tiap hari ikuti podcast berbahasa Inggris, CNN, BBC, tiap hari sambil kerja, kan enak kan? Saya pakai sambil kerja, bawa mobil, olahraga, saya dengar berita luar negeri. Istilah yang baru sekarang bukan university student, college students. Kemudian ada dosen yang mungkin kita kalau berbahasa Inggris berpikir seperti orang Inggris berbahasa, nanti dia pikir ya bahasa Inggris yang di buku yang di buku SMP, SMA, universitas itu dulu. College students, college di sini bukan sekolah tinggi ya, college itu tertiary education ya, pendidikan. Oke, you can use college students ya, karena saya lihat Inggris, Amerika, Australia sudah pakai istilah college students ya. College ini bukan seperti sini ya, college kursus-kursus atau sekolah tinggi. College ini pendidikan tinggi. College. Okay, next. Go on. Rahim et al. Found that most students viewed GPT. You cited from research findings of an author named Rahim. But you need to include the indicators. Most students view ChatGPT positively. This is a research study, so there should be evidence-based. Okay, your research questions should be written in single-space line each. You've got 2 research questions. Write in single-space line, and then write in italic, huruf miring ya, membedakan dengan paragraf yang lain. Okay, go on. Yeah. So far, ChatGPT, many people use ChatGPT when they deal with reading and writing, especially writing, writing books, assignments. They use ChatGPT. Just write, fill in make a prompt, and then ask the artificial intelligence to help him or her to write something, and then you just make a prompt, and then it will be processed. Then what you want will be will appear, will emerge. What I am interested in, the most recent use of artificial intelligence is the use in speaking, in oral skill. So in the past, written skill, reading, writing, sorry. Okay, so be sure that you are not going to teach, you are not going to deal with numerical data, quantitative approach. You are not going to look at the product in the form of numerical, but you are going to explore. Anda akan mengeksplor dan melihat proses, bukan hasil. Banyak yang salah paham. Penelitian kualitatif dia melihat proses, bukan angka-angka dihitung kemudian ini produk. Tidak, cuma melihat proses. Nah, itu yang dibilang looking. Makanya pakai explore atau investigate, examine. Okay, next. What technique of data collection? You yourself as key instrument. Kalau dalam penelitian kualitatif ya, peneliti itu adalah instrumen penelitian, key instrument. Makanya bisa menggunakan kata saya dalam penelitian kualitatif. Kayak Anda bercerita tentang, karena menceritakan proses bagaimana. Allow the researcher to describe in detail how students view usefulness, benefits, and ChatGPT. Yeah. That's why you tell the process. You look at the process. And okay, this approach is suitable for the present study, focus on exploring students' perception. Jadi Anda hanya melihat persepsi siswa. You can use interview or even angket, questionnaire. Kalau hanya mau melihat persepsi kan, persepsi. Kemudian subject of research apa semua. Kau wawancara no?
Yes.
Subject of research kalau di kuantitatif dibilang sampel ya. Jangan pakai kata sampel karena bahkan tekniknya pengumpulan data juga pengumpulan recruitment of participants dia bukan purposive sampling. Ya. Dia menggunakan snowball teknik. Kalau ada kata sampling di situ, sampling itu kuantitatif. Makanya bisa dikuasai experimental research itu bisa pakai purposive sampling. Tapi kalau ada kualitatif kemudian ada kata sampling di situ, berarti Anda jadikan kuantitatif tapi datanya data kualitatif. Purposive sampling. So use snowball technique to recruit the participants. You use snowball technique. Snowball technique begini. Anda tanya ketua kelas atau Anda tanya dosen ya, ask this lecturer, misalnya Pak Wahyudin, misalnya you are going to do research at Pak Wahyudin's kelas. Tanya sama beliau yang tahu itu siapa yang layak diwawancara, yang knowledgeable and trustworthy, tidak sembarang, oh ini satu cowok juga wawancara, kenapa? Easy access, mudah ya. Atau saya Facebook satu kali, saya GST. No. Recruitment of informants, ya, yang wawancara itu informan. Kalau angket responden ya. Ada kriteria untuk merekrut siapa yang diwawancara. Kriterianya harus first trustworthy. Yang diwawancara itu harus trustworthy, bisa dipercaya. Bukan pembohong, bukan liar, bukan tukang balekos, bakungan. Dia bisa, when you interview dia jawab dengan polos dan benar ya. Tidak dia karang-karang, tidak fabrikasi. Kemudian knowledgeable. Yang diwawancara punya pengetahuan tentang ChatGPT, dia tahu. Anda wawancara orang yang the students who don't know much about ChatGPT AI, you will not obtain sufficient data, rich data. Nah, kalau yang wawancara orang tidak pernah pakai, bahkan tidak pernah pakai mobile phone atau cellular phone, bagaimana mau ditanya ChatGPT? Kalau tanya kalkulator boleh, sebab AI itu asal mulanya yang pertama perintis artificial intelligence itu kalkulator. Dulu orang pakai manual menghitung, kemudian pakai mesin. Otak mesin dulu, otak manusia pindah ke otak mesin. Artificial intelligence, kecerdasan buatan. So, two criteria of informants ya. Pertama trustworthy, bisa dipercaya. Yang kedua knowledgeable, dia punya pengetahuan tentang, dia minimal dia sering gunakan ChatGPT ketika kerja tugas. Kemudian be careful ya. Many students rely on ChatGPT, tapi dalam hal learning process mereka harus kembangkan. ChatGPT hanya memberikan semacam outline, tapi you kalau bisa paraphrase biasa summarize kan, tapi elaborate. ChatGPT rata-rata cuma garis besarnya dia baru Anda kembangkan. Oke, next. Go on. Ya, kalau bisa buat section di sini, satu informan yang akan Anda wawancara siapa. Kita akan tahu sebanyak 3 boleh. Paling banyak 4. Kalaupun dari 5. Tapi tahu terlalu banyak. It's different from kuantitatif. Kuantitatif harus banyak. 10% dari populasi. Tapi ChatGPT kualitatif dia 1 atau 2 orang diwawancara mendalam. And kalau Anda wawancara nanti betul-betul yang diwawancara itu mampu menjawab dan Anda menggali. Jadi Anda seperti wartawan atau penyidik polisi. probing and inciting, memprovokasi supaya dia ngomong, ya, memancing, ya, supaya orang yang diwawancara, the informants, mau menjawab, berikan banyak pertanyaan jawaban, ya. Oleh sebab itu buat informan itu jadi cerewet. That's why you need to use WH question. Kalau bisa hindari yes no. Kalau yes no kan hanya menjawab, jawabannya cuma yes atau no kan. Do you like ChatGPT? Yes, I do. Tidak dapat jawaban untuk rich data. Gali terus ke jatuh. Seperti polisi itu, kalau itu peneliti kualitatif seperti polisi dia. Seperti Intel juga ketika observasi partisipan observation tidak ditahu kalau dia sementara meneliti. Dan seperti ya partisipan observation kalau peneliti kualitatif dia tidak tahu kalau dia sementara penelitian, ternyata dia sementara meneliti kayak Intel. Tapi kalau di kelas ya mati ketahuan kan. Kalau misalnya di luar kelas, misalnya saya penelitian kemarin kan, saya lihat mereka ngomong, mereka tidak tahu kalau saya sementara ambil data penelitian. Itu namanya partisipan observation. Saya jadi sebagai partisipan ikut nimbrung dengan mereka, tanya-tanya, padahal mereka tidak tahu. Itu yang dibilang partisipan observation kualitatif. Okay, next. How many instrument? Only interview. Ya, tapi mendalam ya.
Yes,
Bukan cuma interview juga. Anda dapat data dokumen itu. Sebenarnya ada 3 dalam penelitian kualitatif, ada 3 itu yang utama. Ya. Interview, in-depth interview, dia open ended ya. Jadi pertanyaan Anda terbuka. Kalau bisa Anda cuma hafal temanya, baru Anda tidak dalam, kalau kuantitatif dia kayak angket. Anda tanya-tanya sudah ada jawabannya. Apakah Anda, bagaimana pendapat Anda tentang ChatGPT? Satu, ini sudah ada jawab, diarahkan dia, yang mana dia jawab. Itu wawancara kuantitatif. Kalau kualitatif wawancara kayak wartawan atau polisi penyidik. Silakan open ended, tapi jangan keluar dari tema. Kalau temanya tentang ChatGPT ya ChatGPT, jangan chat tembo atau chat loteng. ChatGPT bukan chat tembo atau chat pagar. Oke, ya. Mana kau punya? Oh ya, harus. Are you going to have publication to have your manuscript published? Okay. Kita kan ada data ya, jangan cuma tiba-tiba. Appendices, okay, very good. Well, that's it, ma'am. Thank you very much. Back to the chairperson.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable feedback. Next, I would like to invite Sir Wahyudin to provide
Sir
some
Wahyu.
feedback. Sir, time is yours.
Thank you very much,
Ya,
Ibu Moderator.
orang mati lampu ini kepanasan bola.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much to Pak Muhtar for the suggestion and correction in order to improve ISMI Awalia proposal. Yeah. Okay. Let me start my session by commenting the approval. So I didn't see yesterday this one has been checked and approved for proposal examination. Sebenarnya tidak usah pakai examination. Ya, research proposal seminar. Because this is not examination. This seminar ya. Saya tidak baca yang langsung tanda tangan. Salah juga saya. Okay. Next, please legalize the approval page. You need to put the stamp. Okay. And next suggestion, follow the rules. For example, table of content. Look at the guidelines that you use to write proposal. If it is with the dot, follow it. Without dot, follow the rules. Yeah. Okay. I have sent the guidelines to the group. Yes. Read that. Okay. Next. Okay. Very nice topic. You talk about chat GPT voice.
Not chat tembok.
Not chat tembok. Okay, and then you want to ask student perception. So what semester are the students?
Semester in semester 7.
7. Okay, so how do you know that these students has experience about chat GPT? That's very important.
My participant is come from my parents because me and my parents already use the ChatGPT voice for participants.
Okay. Because that's very important point, because you are going to ask perception. How come you ask someone perception but they don't have experience? Yeah, so that's why you need to check that first. Kalau itu tidak ada, tidak usah lanjutkan nih. Makanya itu yang selalu sampaikan. If you want to ask someone perception, make sure that those people have experience about that topic. Ya, jangan sampai biar HPK yang tidak ada, kan tidak bisa kan? Oke.
Kira chat tembok.
So you need to make sure there, yeah? Okay. That's the point of perception. So ChatGPT voice as English, is it application?
Seperti dalam open door.
There is web and also there is application and voice is one of the feature of
Okay. Alright. Good. Next suggestion for you. Research question. There are 2 research questions. Okay. Number 1. How will you answer number 1? What is the instrument that you are going to use for number 1?
The instrument is for my interview question.
Interview question. The same as number 2.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Next suggestion for chapter 2 and chapter 3. Do not start and end your paragraph with quotation. Yeah. So give your ideas first. Blah 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 blah. And then according to Nuna, according to Hammer, blah blah blah. Baru Anda simpulkan. Jangan langsung tiba-tiba tidak ada angin, tidak ada hujan, langsung according to. Oke, gitu ya. Ini ada di halaman 13, nanti tinggal diperbaiki saja. Next, ya, oke, sama juga halaman 15 juga begitu. Try to avoid quotation in quotation. Hindari kutipan dalam kutipan. Kalau bisa sumber aslinya cari. Takutnya nanti si Irwanto ini salah memahami suatu konsep, Anda juga ikut salah, itu maksudnya. But if you find the real, that's good. So you may check the references, cari buku aslinya. Oh, ini buku aslinya, cari dulu kalau masih bisa. Oke. Okay. Next. Oke. Nah, ini prosedur-prosedur saya nggak usah saya bahas. Baris barunya tetap konsisten, ya. Ini ada yang baris baru, ada yang tidak. Masuk 5 ketukan itu ya. Saya sudah lipat. Oke, research schedule is too long, 6 months. Jangan terlalu panjang kalau yang begini modelnya ini. 3 bulan bisa. Bisa, malah 2 bulan sudah bisa kalau yang begini modelnya. Beda eksperimental research design.
Ada juga langsung jadi.
Ya. Kalau experimental research design, you have to come to the class to teach this topic for several meetings. But for this, you just interview 1 or 2 days and that's it. You analyze the data. 1 month, 2 months, that's enough. Nanti dikira pembimbing yang tidak bekerja sama. Pembimbang. Kalau pembimbing membuat Anda ragu, itu namanya pembimbang.
Ragu tuh.
Nah, tapi kalau pembahas laju,
Pembalap.
Oke.
Dari konten.
Next, last appendix interview questions. There are 11 questions. So are you going to interview them 100% in English?
Of course, yes, but if they struggle to speak in English, yeah, I allow my participants to speak in English.
Bahasa Indonesia. Yes, that's very important.
Yeah,
because you are not going to test their skills
Yes.
speaking, but you want to find some information related to your topic. You speak English 100%, maybe you will not get the information. Jangan sampai karena bahasa Inggris sekali full tidak biasa menjawab, pusing siapa mau dibilang, akhirnya Anda tidak mendapat informasi. So you may combine, ya. try to get as many as information that you could, and then don't forget to record in order not to miss every single information. Yes, provide recording tools ya, supaya Anda bisa analisa kembali nanti. Karena ini kan nanti Anda bahasakan yang hasil interview ini dibahasakan, dan kita minta.
Sengaja.
Armen,
Iklan.
So we need the
nama tu
result of
boy.
the interview on chapter 4.
Nama tu boy. Apa?
Oke? Baik. Sudah itu saja. Cambridge juga. Oke, tensi sudah bagian dari. Okay. Sentence structure, I don't have to discuss page by page. This minor mistake, just check my note. Okay. This one, single space. Just follow the rules, the guidelines, ya. Right. I think I'm done with my session. Ibu moderator, thank you very much.
Mem moderator.
Thank you, sir, for the presentation.
Hitungan pajak itu kan pajak.
Tempat yang kemarin.
Iya, benar.
Pajak tuh.
Okay, now let me read the official report of research proposal seminar in Bahasa. Do you have any something to say? No? For us? No, okay. Berita acara seminar proposal penelitian kami yang bertanda tangan di bawah ini menerangkan dengan sebenarnya bahwa nama Ismi Awalia Stambuk A12122-109 Program Studi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris telah menyelenggarakan seminar proposal penelitian pada hari Kamis tanggal 23 bulan Oktober tahun 2025 pukul 13.30 WITA dengan judul Exploring Tadulako University Students Perception Toward the Use of ChatGPT Voice as an English Speaking Practice Tool. Hasil penilaian proposal telah cukup baik, namun masih perlu disempurnakan dan dilengkapi dengan instrumen sebelum dapat dipergunakan sebagai dasar untuk melaksanakan pengumpulan data di lapangan. Tidak perlu seminar lagi.
Oke,
Mengetahui
keren.
koordinator program studi